Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we are starting something big, a full shiny badge quest in Pokemon Violet. If you've never heard of one, a shiny badge quest means we must catch one shiny Pokemon before each badge. And in Pokemon Violet, there's 18 total badges to be collected. So yeah, 18 shinies, no shiny charm, and a whole lot of luck. Even with solid shining hunting methods, this challenge is no joke. So let's get started. We begin the game by meeting Director Clavel, the headmaster of our academy. He introduces us to the 3 starter Pokemon, but of course, they're shiny locked, so our true shiny starter will come later. I chose Fuecoco, battled Nimona, and began our first little venture through the opening routes. While exploring, I run into a mysterious Pokemon washed up on the beach. One home-cooked mommy sandwich later, it powers up and helps us climb back up the cliff. Eventually, after a few more story points, we reach Mesagoza. After Nimona challenged us about 17 unnecessary battles, we are finally set loose into the open world, which means the shiny badge quest officially begins. So let's talk about our first shiny hunting method. The first shiny hunting method is going to be random encounters. This is where you walk around and look at every Pokemon and hope for a shiny. And while this does have the worst odds at 1 in 4096, it isn't that bad as you're able to see thousands of Pokemon every hour. Unfortunately for me though, I did this for about 6 hours and didn't see any shiny Pokemon. So I decided to switch to a better shiny hunting method. Well, actually not different. It's still the 1 in 4096, but instead, I decided to put an electric type sandwich to look for a Mareep. I did this by going in and out of Cortando and coming out to where Mareep spawns. And by doing this, I was able to finally see that pink Mareep that I've been looking for. This method only took me about an hour to do, so that's a lot better than the initial 6 hours it took me to get there. So we found the Mareep, we battled it, and we caught it, and just like that, our first member was added to the team. With our first shiny finally secured, it's time to take on our first badge. And since I caught my Mareep right near the Cortando gym, I thought this would be the perfect first badge of the challenge. And if you know, this badge will be pretty easy because Katie does have one of the weakest teams in the game. So let's get into it. If you've ever played Pokemon Violet before, you know before each gym badge, you have to take on a certain challenge. And for this one, you have to play Rocket League in this game. I'm not joking. You roll a giant olive through a field and try and score it in the goal. So after finally getting a directionally challenged olive into the goal, we're able to take on Katie. Katie opens up with a Nimble, then sends out a Tarantula, and finally a Terra Bug type Teddiursa. It's a cute team, but this whole fight is basically Flappy's personal highlight reel. One Thundershock after another, and Katie's team drops faster than my hopes and dreams. With that, we claim our first gym badge, the Bug Badge, and officially move forward in our shiny badge quest. 1 shiny caught, 1 badge down, 17 to go. With 1 badge down, it's time to go to our second shiny. For this shiny method, I decided to do an outbreak hunt. An outbreak hunt is where you see a question mark on the map and you go to it. On the question mark, there will be a Pokemon that spawns there more often. After defeating 30 of them, your odds will double, going to 1 in 2048. Then, after defeating 60, your odds will be 1365. These are like the best odds I'm going to get during this challenge, so I'm probably going to be doing a lot of these. For this first one, I decided to do a Nacli outbreak. 1, because I wanted to do some Gen 9 Pokemon, and 2, it was right to the east of Mesagoza, so it was early on in the challenge for an early Pokemon. After taking on 30 of them, my odds increased, and then I defeated 60 to increase them even more. After about 30 minutes of going around and resetting them, I was able to find the shiny Nacli. After battling them and catching them, we finally added our second Pokemon to our team. Now that we have our second shiny, it's time to go for our second badge. The second badge that I wanted to go for was the Flying Titan badge. This is because 1, I have great counters for it, and 2, I wanted to upgrade Miraidon so that he could swim. Now let's get into the battle. This Bombardier was super easy for us. With a new Flaffy and Nacli on the team, this was great as we had 2 counters for it. And the second harder fight was also easy. After he eats the Herba Mystica and gains little powers, we fight it with Arven. And this went pretty easy, like I said before. and with that we were able to get our second badge. After this, we go into the cave and learn that Urban Mysticas, or HM, allows Miraidon to gain more abilities. So, when Arvin makes a tasty sandwich and we end up giving our sandwich to our Miraidon, we get a boost where we're able to swim. Now that we have our second badge, let's go on to shiny number 3. Shiny number 3, I wanted to go for a water Pokemon since I just unlocked the ability. I found a Gyarados outbreak and I thought it would have been really cool. I caught a Killer Watcho so I'd be able to kill him, but besides that, this outbreak seemed to be really good. As you can see, so many Gyarados were spawning on the screen. And after defeating 60, it took no time at all to finally see that red Gyarados we all know and love. I went up to it, battled it, caught it, and just like that, we were able to get our third shiny of this challenge. After catching Gyarados, it was time to take on our third badge. I decided it'd be a good idea to go for another Titan, so Miraidon can get a new ability to help us shiny hunt even better. I decided that Cloth was the best one. Not only is it the weakest one remaining, but the new Gyarados would be a great type matchup for it. The new dash ability that I'd be able to get from it also would help us get shinies a lot quicker. So let's get into it. This battle was super easy as Gyarados has super busted moves at this point of his levels. So, using just Gyarados, I was able to take on the first stage pretty easily, and then when he went into a second stage and I battled with Arvin, it was just as easy to take him out again. And with that, we were able to eat another sandwich, give it to Miraidon, and gain another ability, and another badge. It's time to go for shiny number 4. Let's talk about Dunsparce. Dunsparce is a Pokemon that they recently gave a new evolution in this game, and there's something rare about it. When you evolve Dunsparce, it evolves into Dunsparce. It can either have 2 segments or 3 segment. The 3 segment type is 1 out of 100 to get. So I really wanted a shiny Dunsparce at some point in this challenge. But luckily for me, I was just walking around near Larry's gym, and just like that, I was able to see a full odds random encountered pink Dunsparce just sitting there. So I battled it and caught it. And just like that, number 4 on our team is a super lucky one, and we'll see later if we can get even more lucky and get that 3 segment. Now that we got our 4th shiny in Dunsparce, it's time to go for our 4th badge. I decided to go take on the Artisan Gym. I decided this because at this point, this gym will be a pushover, as Brassius is one of the weakest gym trainers in this game. So I decided to start the challenge. This challenge was to locate some Sunflora that were hiding around, and after we got them all, it was time to finally take on Brassius. This battle, just like you would expect, was super easy. We used Dunsparce and were able to take him out with no problem at all, and finally attained that 4th badge that we were looking for. Now that we've got 4 badges, it's time to go for our 5th shiny. For my 5th shiny, I decided to go for another new Pokemon in Generation 9. I decided to go for a Charcadet because I saw an outbreak nearby. And this one's got a pretty cool story too. I did the outbreak like normal, defeated 30, then defeated 60 to get those best odds that we're looking for. And then on stream, I wanted to pull up the shiny so I knew what exactly I was looking for. The shiny isn't the best one. The only thing that changes is the eye turns to blue, as you'll see soon. But as I was looking up, I came back to my game and bam, there it was, just sitting there right in front of me. Like it's been waiting for me to get it this whole time. So I encounter it and I battle it until I can finally catch it. And just like that, we were able to get our 5th shiny of the challenge. Now that we have our 5th shiny, we gotta go into our 5th badge. But before that, it's time to talk about an evolution that we've been waiting for. That's right, it's time to talk about Dunsparce and see if this evolution is that 3 segment lucky one that we're looking for. So after reaching the level for evolution, we finally see him start to evolve. And after patiently waiting for finally see what we get, it is revealed that we actually did get that 1 in 100 and 3 segment shiny Dunsparce. Now that we're done with that, it's time to go for badge number 5. I decided that it's time to go for the Steel Lurking Titan, or Thorn. I decided this because we just caught a fire type, so I thought it'd be a great matchup. And just like I thought, this battle was super great. With the power of Charcadet, we were able to get through it without many problems at all. The first stage, super easy. In the second stage, when we battled with Arvin, just as easy. And with that, we were able to claim our 5th badge and a new ability for Miraidon. With 5 badges down, it's time to go for shiny number 6. This shiny was important to me. I decided to go for Dreepy. I decided this because Dreepy and Dragapult, its evolution, is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. And it's a little bit of a harder shiny hunt because it's so small when it's on the water and it's kind of hard to see. But after going for a long time and finding a great outbreak spot, we were able to find Dreepy after about 4 hours of searching. And we were able to battle it and catch it. And just like that, we added shiny number 6 to our team. With this great new shiny added, it was time to go for badge number 6. Badge number 6 for me was going to be against Iono and her electric type Pokemon. But first I had to complete the gym challenge, and the gym challenge for this one is a little bit weird. In this one, you're supposed to find Mr. Clavel, our director, and is hiding around, just like Where's Waldo. I was able to do this successfully, then take on the gym leader. And this fight didn't go too bad for us. We were able to use our whole team to swiftly get through Iono's team and claim our 6th badge of the challenge. With 6 badges now on the squad, it was time to go for our 7th shiny. And this one was unique. I was doing a Rilo outbreak, hoping for a Rilo shiny, and just out of the corner of my eye, I see a special looking Toxel. And just like that, we get ourselves a shiny Toxel that we were not expecting at all, and at full odds. So I guess lucky me. But we encounter it, battle it, and catch it to make this our 7th Pokemon of the challenge. With Toxel now added to the squad, it was time to go for another badge. For this one, I decided to go for the Water Gym badge. I decided this because we just added an electric type to the team, and I thought it'd be the best option going forward. But unfortunately for this, we have another gym challenge to do, and this one included us bidding on some interesting food items. And well, after 50 grand, we got it. So after we got this, it was finally time to take on Kofu, the gym leader. His team wasn't that hard, as like I said before, with that new electric type on the team, we were able to take it out without many problems. And just like that, we were able to get our 7th badge of this challenge. With 7 badges now in our collection, it was time to go for our 8th shiny. And for some reason, I really wanted Toadschool. I don't know why, maybe it's because I think it's a cool shiny, or maybe just because I think it's funny. But I really wanted one. So I found an outbreak and I hunted for it. And just like before, like any other outbreaks, I went around, defeated all 60, and then kept spawning them in. And after about 2 hours, I was finally able to find the silver little guy. We encountered it, battled, and caught it. And just like that, we added shiny number 8 to this challenge. With shiny number 8 now firmly added to the team, it was time to go take on our 8th badge. And I decided to get rid of our second to last Titan. I decided this because I thought our new Pokemon would be good against it, and I was right, as the newly evolved Toadschool was great against the future Pokemon, Donphan. And just like that, we were able to beat it without any problems at all, and get ourselves our 8th badge of the challenge, and a new ability for our Miraidon. With badge 8 down, it was time for our 9th shiny of the challenge. And this one, I decided to put on a steel type sandwich and roll around the desert. I did this because there are a lot of great steel types in the desert, and I was hoping to just get any of them. And I rolled around for about an hour, and I did eventually get a shiny Pokemon, but it wasn't a steel type. Instead, we got this glorious fire type Torkoal. So we encountered it and caught it. And just like that, we were able to get our 9th shiny of the challenge. With Torkoal now added to the squad, it was time to go for another gym badge. And this one, I decided to go against Grusha in the gym on the top of the mountain. But before like any other gym badge, it was time to do the gym challenge. On this one, you have to slide down a mountain and get in between the poles all the way to the end. And we were able to complete this pretty quickly on our somewhat shiny looking Miraidon and get to the gym battle. And this gym battle went pretty well with our new Torkoal Having that firepower was great against the ice types of Grusha's team, and with the help of some of our other Pokemon, we were able to take it down pretty easily and get badge number 9 of this challenge. With badge number 9 all dusted and complete, it was time to go for shiny number 10. And this one was a shiny I really wanted. Mankey is a shiny that they added a new evolution into in this generation, and I really wanted that shiny of it. But unfortunately for me, this Mankey hunt took a while. I was using sandwich level 2s and fighting and rolling around the area where it spawns a lot. With this method, I was able to see like thousands of Mankey every hour, and even with that, this hunt took me up to 10 hours to do. But after the long grueling task, I finally got the green little monkey, and we were able to battle it and add it to the team. And even though it took a while, with that, we were able to add shiny number 10 to the team. With Mankey now on the squad, it was time to take on another badge. And this one, I decided to go for another gym badge. I decided to go for Larry because we just got a super powerful fighting type to take on Larry's normal types. The gym test here was super easy because I already knew the answer, but if you don't, then it maybe takes a little bit. Since I already knew the answer, I got it done super quick, and it was finally time to take on Larry. And with the fully evolved Mankey now turned Annihilape, it was time to finally take on and destroy Larry's team. And it went exactly like that. I was able to destroy Larry's team without a problem at all. And with that, we were able to get badge number 10 of this challenge. With badge number 10 all collected, it's time to go for shiny number 11. And this time I went for another Horde outbreak. I decided to go for a Jolteon one because I thought it'd be a great shiny option. And this one went pretty quick too. I was able to defeat 60 of them, and I was able to roll around for about 15 minutes until I saw the lime green Jolteon that we were looking for. I encountered it, battled it, and I was able to catch it. And with that, we were able to get shiny number 11 of the challenge. With Jolteon added to the squad, it was time to go for another badge. And this time, I decided to go for our second to last gym badge of the challenge. This time, it's against the gym leader in Montenevera. But first, we had to get to the gym challenge. The gym challenge here is actually just to do more battles, but this time, it's double battles. So after I completed a few of those, it was time to go against Rhyme as the gym leader. Her team is pretty strong, but my team is stronger, so this battle wasn't all that hard. With the powers from ghost types on my side, and normal type into Dunsparce, it wasn't that hard to finally beat Rhyme and get gym badge number 7 and badge number 11 of the challenge. So now, of course, it's time to go for shiny number 12, but this one is a bit special. Well, actually, shiny number 12 itself isn't that special. I just ended up doing a Palmy outbreak to get a new Gen 9 shiny, and ended up getting one after about an hour of hunting. But the special part is, after I caught that one, I decided I needed to train it up because it was only level 19. So I went to the north where the Chanty are to level it up and all, and I ended up finding a shiny Weasel just outside the Pokemon Center. Full odds, nothing helping me, just a full odds shiny Weasel right there. So I encountered that one too, battled it up, and caught it. And yes, this means that we got shiny number 12 and 13 in this section, and that also means we're going to be getting 2 badges to cover for that. Okay, so badge number 1 of our 2 badge segment is going to be the final gym badge that we're going to have to take on in this challenge. It is against the Psychic type gym leader, but first, before we challenge Tulip, we have to do the gym test. The gym test here is a weird one where you have to just hit a button and show an emotion. It's kind of weird. I don't really know how you fail it. I also don't really know how you complete it. I assume you just hit the right button, but you kind of just go through the motion and you do it. So after we were able to complete that, it was time to take on Tulip and her Psychic team. And this battle wasn't actually that hard. We do have some pretty strong ghost types on our squad, plus some other strong Pokemon, and we were able to beat her without too much of a challenge. We might have been a little bit over leveled, but never mind that. We were able to beat it and get our first badge of this 2 badge doubleheader. So the second badge is going to be our final Titan of the challenge, which is the False Dragon Titan, which is the Dondozo and the Tatsugiri. And this one is definitely the hardest Titan in the game to beat. The first stage isn't so bad as long as you have some strong Pokemon, you can beat up Dondozo pretty easily. But after that, when he hits the Herba Mystica, it is a lot harder because you have to beat Dondozo and then beat the Tatsugiri inside as well. Though luckily for me, Dragapult was fully evolved at this point and super strong, so it was a challenge, but I was still able to beat it and get the 13th badge and the second badge of this doubleheader of the challenge. With that craziness now out of the way, it was time to go for shiny number 14. At this time, I decided to go for Shelter. I decided Shelter would be a great option because I thought a water type would be great, and I thought its shiny is super cool, being all golden. So we found an outbreak, we knocked out all 60 of them, and then after roaming around for about 2 hours, we were finally able to see the golden Shelter that we were looking for. We encountered it, battled it, and caught it. And with that, we were able to grab our shiny, and it was time to go to the badge. With that Pokemon now caught, it was finally time to go for the badge. And unfortunately, it's time to go for the Team Star bases, because we're out of Titans and gym battles to do. Now, I left these for last because I think they're the worst and they don't really help me at all with shiny hunting. But we do need to do them to get through the challenge. So, the first one I went for was Mela's Fire-type Team Star base. And these are how they go. Initially, you have to get into the base. This means you have to fight a grunt or something like that to get into the base, but usually this is an easy battle. Once you get in, your first 3 Pokemon, you can send them out to beat different type Pokemon of that base. In this one, we're able to send them out to beat different fire types, and after defeating 20 of them, we're able to take on the leader of the base. So, we went into a battle with Mela, and this battle was super easy. Like I said, we're super overpowered for these at this point, and they're just a formality for the challenge. We're able to take it out with Floatzel and other water types and get the next badge of our challenge. With that down, it was time to go for shiny number 15. And this one is one I've really wanted. I decided to go for Larvesta. This Pokemon is one of my favorite and I think it looks super cool, and its shiny I think looks super cool too. So I did an outbreak for it, and this one took a while, but after about 6 hours of outbreak hunting, we were able to finally see the super cool shiny that this Larvesta is. So we encountered it and got into a battle. We beat it up, but not too much, and we were able to catch it with no problems at all. And just like that, we were able to add Larvesta to the team and claim shiny number 15 of the challenge. With that added to the team, it's time to go for our next badge. And because we just have bases left, I decided to go for Guillermo's badge. I did this because technically he's actually the first badge to take on when it comes to the star bases, and this one was even easier than the last one. We defeated the 30 Pokemon in very quick succession, and we got to the battle against Guillermo. And this battle, like I said, was easier than the last one. We were able to beat his team with no sweat at all and claim badge number 15 of our challenge. With that easy badge done and dusted, we were able to go for shiny number 16. And this time I decided to take a trip to the northeast of the region to go take on a Mudstale outbreak. And this was super great as we were able to despawn them super quick, going high in the mountains and then coming back down. And with this method, we were able to find our shiny horse with no problem at all. So in about an hour of hunting, we were able to find it, encounter it, and eventually catch it, adding shiny number 16 to our team and allowing us to go for our next badge. This badge was going to be against Atticus's poison base. I did this because it was super close to where it caught Mudstale, and as a bonus, Mudstale is a great typing for this base. Just like the other bases, we took out the 30 Pokemon super quick without much of a problem and got on to the fight against Atticus. This battle was a little harder than the last two, but I was still generally over leveled for them, and with the new Mudstale, I was able to beat him without much of an issue at all. With this, we were able to finally add our 16th badge of the challenge. With that badge collected, you know what time it is. It's time for another shiny. This time I decided to go for a unique one. I decided to go for Fairy and Steel type Klefki. I thought this would be cool as it's a solo evolution and a pretty overlooked Pokemon, especially when it comes to shiny hunting. So, after doing a horde and finally finding it about 2 hours of hunting, we were able to battle it and eventually catch it. And with that, we were able to grab our 17th shiny of the challenge. With Klefki added to the team, it was time to go for our next badge. And one of the 2 last bases left is the fighting type base, led by leader Airy. And just like the others, we started off quick with battling the 30 initial Pokemon you need to take on. After that, it was finally time for us to take on Airy and her fighting type team. This battle was a little harder than the previous ones, as our team is actually closer to our levels, but with how good our team is, it actually wasn't that hard in the end. And after a quick battle, we were finally able to secure the 17th badge of the challenge by defeating Airy. By getting that badge, it was finally time to get our last shiny of the challenge. But this one is special because it has a very special story. I decided to go for a double outbreak hunt. This is where you have 2 outbreaks close enough to each other that you're able to go in between both to look for shinies. And this time around, I had a Gardevoir one and a Frigibax one. Both shinies that I'd be super happy to get. And lucky for me, after about 2 hours of hunting around, I finally saw it. A shiny Gardevoir sitting there, ready to be caught. So I encountered it, battled it, and caught it, just like the shinies before it. And added it to the team. And with shiny 18 added to the team, wait, hold on. Actually, there's more to this story. After we caught the Gardevoir, something crazy happened. We went over to the Frigibax just to look at it one more time, and lucky me, there was a shiny little guy sitting right there. So, once again, I'll say it. We encountered him, battled him, and caught him, adding him to the team and giving you guys a bonus shiny number 19 of the video. And with that, we're finally ready to take on the last badge. This badge, in which is the fairy type base, led by leader Ortega. And just like the other bases before this, I went around and defeated all 30 of the preliminary Pokemon so I could finally take on Ortega. Once in the battle with Ortega, this one is probably the hardest one I've had to run into just because of how strong the fairy type is. But with the new additions like Klefki and Frigibax, we're able to get a strong team going and finally defeat Ortega, meaning we've completed this challenge. We've collected 19 shinies and all 18 badges that are available within Pokemon Violet. And with that, I'm going to be totally honest, I'm going to end it right there. I could go on about how I beat each challenge in the game, but let's be totally honest, you've probably all seen that before, and it's pretty simple. I go through each one, I use the overpowered shinies I've gotten, and I beat the game without any real issues. But if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it took a while to make. And if you want to see this kind of thing live, drop by on my Twitch at twitch.tv/LarbAlmighty. And with that, I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.